Hey, and Daza here. Welcome to my channel, AH for Truth. If you're over 50, like myself, see, I have gray hair here. I know there's people who have over 50 who do not have gray hair, but I do have, all right? And you're thinking of your retirement, and you haven't done anything in that regard besides maybe the home that you live in and your retirement savings in the bank. Let me break it to you. Times are about to change. In fact, they have changed already under the surface. What you're seeing right now is the old world. The new world is coming into place where digital assets are taking over everything. So it is wise for anyone my age or over or even under, right, to invest in digital assets. The best decision I ever made concerning my finances is taking my financial future into my hands, my wife and I. What did I do? On November 17, 2021, the Spirit of the Lord spoke to me at 2 a.m. and instructed me to pick up my phone. And I watched a video of a gentleman and a second video of another gentleman talking about crypto assets. Before then, in February of 2021, I had already opened a Bitcoin and Ethereum account on a Canadian app called ShakePay. And I never did anything with it. I just had an interest. I was hearing Bitcoin everywhere, among certain friends who had made some money and they were doing very well. One of them even bought a rental property besides the house that he bought. A young man who had newly married at the time, probably about a year or so in marriage. And that young man actually now has moved to Zambia, bought a farmland, and he's doing very well, eating real food, just living the life, and yeah. So the best decision I made was I had a couple $1,000s in a retirement account that wasn't doing very well. I've never really believed in the Canadian RRSP. I don't like it. I have my own reasons. I believe in taking care of my financial future. I don't want the government to partner with me in that. I researched and I invested in real estate. And I found that over the years, the real estate has done very, very well. However, when you look at inflation, the cost of things, it scares the heck out of a lot of people. I'm a minister of the gospel. I am a Christian. I'm unapologetic about it. I do not look down on other people. I believe that the love of Christ, is to be extended to every human being on the planet, regardless. However, I make it a point to encourage those who are believers, followers of Jesus. And even if you're not, as long as you would understand that you would allow me to be who I am and I allow you to be who you are, within the context of our confines. And so, allow me to say that I want to help those who may be over the age of 50 and they're trying to navigate. We are entering what's called a new bull run, a bull market. Bitcoin, basically, there's a halving mechanism set in the algorithm where every 4 years, every certain number of days, it'll halve, and the block rewards issued to miners reduces. So it basically creates a high activity in the area of mining to produce the same rewards that they were getting before. So this what causes the price to rise over time, and then it will activate, or what would I say, turbocharge some kind of a bull run every 4 years. So here we are. I try to explain these things in very simple terms. And if you're interested, if you are over the age of 50, this is the time for you to make a decision regarding your retirement. And as we enter into 2025, we're going to see prices of crypto appreciate. And you can actually begin now to invest in crypto. I want to say to you, if you're already thinking of it and you're at the point of making a purchase and you want to buy XRP or XLM or whatever, and you're, oh my goodness, this is so expensive, you can go ahead and buy some. But there are other cryptos that you can actually begin to put money in. There's Electronium, there's Flare, there's a couple of them. I mean, Hedera Hashgraph was barely 5 cents a few months ago, and here it is now sitting at 25 cents. Nobody gives you that kind of return, in the banking sector or anywhere else, right? So This is a great opportunity, an opportunity of a lifetime. More so, it's building generational wealth, because every time the world moves from one thing to the other, let me give you a very simple example here. Excuse me. So let me give you a very simple example. You see, when the world moved from horse carriages, right, and moved into automobiles, think of a name, Ford. The Ford family, I still believe, have shares. It's very, like, when you compare the shares they have in the Ford Motor Company, it's a few percent, right? But that's several billions of dollars already. I haven't checked and confirmed how much the Ford family own in their in Ford, but I know that that was generational wealth. Why? Because at the time the world was moving from one thing to the other. Now think about it. Beside Elon Musk, who else has started a car business? And when Elon Musk would start his an automobile business, he went electric, which is new. It's still transportation, but it's completely a new area. Every time the world shifts from one area to the other, it's a huge opportunity to create wealth, to and also for wealth transfer, so that those who have not, who are able to buy. It's like buying the land in Manhattan before the crowds arrive, right? It's like buying the land outside the city, owning 100 acres long before the airport decides to move there, long before the stadium is built there, long before all the hotels come, and you sell it in bits to those who want. So the airport comes and say, "Oh, we need this. Okay, let's have a deal." And you find out that land that you bought for almost next to nothing becomes so valuable. It's the guy who buys the land before the highway is built across to connect cities and stuff like that. So every time the world moves from one thing to the other, and that new thing becomes popular, before it becomes popular, because before it becomes, the talk of every home, every kitchen table, you are there holding it. And that's exactly what digital assets are. The last frontier of digitization, in my opinion, is finances. And that's why the bank fought it. The banking system fought it for a very long time. Many banks are going to go out of business because right now, there's PayPal, there's, all of these payment apps. They hold money now. They're not banks, but they're holding money. Some of them are beginning to apply for banking licenses. So what's a digital asset? If you write an ebook, it's a digital asset. But however, there are other kinds of digital assets now that are dealing directly with, they're actually money. Where before you can sing, create, write a song, and then it's put into, in the past it used to be LPs, cassettes, and all of that. Now that song is put into a digital format, and then you can download it. In the same way, money has become downloadable. Now, if you are a Christian and you're saying, "Well, this is antichrist," the Bible says that the antichrist, there are many antichrists. And as long as we're still here on the earth, we're in the world but not of the world. We have to use the resources in the world to get ahead and do the will of God. Just like the children of Israel, they collected the gold and the silver. It wasn't bad that they had that from Egypt. What they did with it what was bad. They built a golden calf which they worshipped, right? And but the intention was to use that same gold and silver and the things they had collected from Egypt to build a temple, a tabernacle of meeting for the entire nation. So, friends, I am talking to you. You're over 50. You're thinking of your retirement. I've already said, my wife and I have said, we're over 50. We've put certain things in place and we're seeing it. It's working out according to what the Lord revealed to us. I want to share that with you. If you're interested, I'll make a pinned comment there. You can reach out to me and we can actually have a conversation. I can spend time with you and walk you through. I want to create that opportunity for people who are looking for help. You say, I'm not that computer savvy, but I know how to, at least I can go on the computer and do certain things. I can show you. I can even help you know how to move your stuff from, an exchange into a private, no internet safe mechanism, like, and it's a wallet. It's called a cold wallet, right? So we want to help as many people who are over our age, because I see people struggling. In my own local church, I've helped a few people and pointed them in the right direction. And a woman came up to me earlier today during church, after church, and she said, "You know what? I just saw the price of my asset grow." I mean, I don't talk about money all the time, but we still have to talk about it, right? And the last thing I would say is no matter what you do, if you gain wealth from crypto assets or anything else, we will still need Jesus more than anything else. For what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and lose his own soul? Well, God bless you. If you're over 50 and you're interested, you'd like to talk to me, send me a message and we can talk. God bless you. Bye bye.